biology is becoming engineering, life is becoming raw material to be engineered. Once that happens, designers would move in and start to design those living biological products. And I find it both exciting, challenging, but more than anything else, extremely disturbing. And what I've done was to go into the lab and see it for myself and try to understand what it means to start to manipulate life in such a way, what it means for me as an artist, because I decided to continue my research as an artist. I felt that there's too many unanswered questions to be starting to think about products, especially at the time. And one of the things that struck Yonat Zur, my collaborator, joined me to the lab for the first visit, and we ended up working in a lab that was doing research into developing artificial corneas. And what they were doing, they were basically trying to see if the skin of the eye, of the cornea, or the epithelial layer around the eye, would be compatible with the type of materials that they were trying to develop for the artificial cornea. So we arrived there, and there's like a cardboard box full of half rabbits' heads, totally dead. Yeah? And we were told the rabbits were killed in the morning for food. The heads were sent to a brain research institute where they pulled the brains out, they cut the heads in half, put the brains out. And our research lab would get those half rabbits' heads, from which we would then pull the eyes out. And we would then take the eyes and put them in antibiotic solution overnight. And only 24 hours after the animal was obviously dead, we would start to harvest the cells and start to grow them in culture. And then we realized we don't really have a language to describe what we were experiencing, because the rabbit was obviously dead. The cells from the eye of the rabbit were obviously alive and reproducing and growing over those three-dimensional constructs that we would give them. So we realized that we need a new language to talk about the spectrum of liveness, because it's kind of very, very strange that in most languages, there's only one word to describe this whole phenomena of life, without being able to distinguish between those different levels of life. And I think this is one of the main issues that we are facing now in a time when we are starting to deal with life in ways that we have no language to describe, and we allow engineers to make those decisions on our behalf, and they don't have a cultural language to engage with what they're experiencing. We are going to find ourselves in those ontological holes, and someone needs to point it out, and then the philosophers need to figure out what to do with it.